Hi, I'm CEO and co-founder of Apeiron Center, Dr. Micah Hamilton, and we're in a epigenetic precision performance series. And I'm joined today by Dr. Mario Martinez. So excited. Dr. Martinez is a clinical neuropsychologist. He specializes in psychoneuroimmunology, and he's a best-selling author. He has so many amazing books and contributions. He's proposed the biocognitive theory, and what he's proposing now is that we need to add the cultural component to psychoneuroimmunology. Today, he is going to chat a bit in this short clip with us about the immune system and how in this interesting time that we find ourselves in, we can really take some very simple strategies to modulate the immune system. And then we're going to do a deep dive in another episode on transgenerational epigenetics, longevity and the causes of health. I also would like to mention, Dr. Martinez, that you are on our advisory board at Apeiron Zoe, and we're very grateful to you for that. And of course, all of your contributions, the latest article that you wrote, that we will also have in the link so that everyone can take advantage of that knowledge. Welcome. How are you?
I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah. So tell me about what you're seeing right now. Tell me about the panic. Panic is the coronavirus's best friend. Tell us about that.
I think that we definitely need to be very cautious and social distancing and all the other things that we do, but it needs to be put in perspective. Mm-hmm. Because if we don't put things in perspective, then we respond with panic, which is the worst thing we can do, because what it does is it gives the virus an opportunity to have a terrain to grow a lot faster. Any kind of fear, especially panic, which is an extreme fear, suppresses immune function, which is what you don't want to do. So I think the washing hands and social distancing are good things. They're preventions, but they don't help the immune system in any way. They don't enhance immune function. They just prevent. Mm-hmm. There are many things that we can do to enhance immune function, in addition to some of the things that you're doing with the epigenetic, with the enzymes and things that you're doing. But what I want to propose is that there's also what I call the cultural brain and the cultural immune system, and show that we can trigger the causes of health during a crisis and actually enhance immune function. So, for example, we now have to be isolated in our caves. And people will say, oh, now I have nothing to do. And what they do is they go to the internet, they watch the marathon of news, and they get immune deficiency. But if we go back to our history, if we go back to culture, we had many rituals that were immune enhancing in the cave, because that's what allowed us to survive. So, for example, we ate around the fire to disclose all of the information that's important for the day, and that is an immune enhancing quality. The breaking bread. Now, we don't have a fire. Some people may have a fireplace, but we have candles. And candles are in our DNA. Candles are a soothing, safe, cave-related consciousness that can be very helpful. We can begin to have another of the causes of health of the tribe is the family circles, discussion of things, storytelling. Narrative medicine is another way to enhance immune function. Talking about your expression of how you feel and where your ancestors did, all of that, you can create a very rich set of rituals while you're in quarantine or while you're for those 2 or 3 weeks. And actually what you're doing is you're enhancing immune function.
And what I love in particular about that at this time, especially because the coronavirus is having more of an impact on the elderly, on our wisdom, is that we now have an opportunity to glean that wisdom that they've developed over a lifetime. And what a wonderful way for us to connect and to continue to pass those stories down through our lineage. I love that. Thank you. What else?
Very much. And I think also there's a bit of there's some truth and a bit of a myth about the elderly being more susceptible. It depends on the immune system of the elder. A child just died. Well, the first child died now of the coronavirus. So what happens is that if you look at time as an affordance of space, time doesn't contribute anything to space. Is what you do with space. So if what you do with space is you're at 70 years old and you have a very strong immune system, you're going to be able to survive it much better than someone with a compromised 20-year-old immune system.
Right.
So I think what happens is that we need to be cautious about age and so forth, but not let people know that age in itself is a factor.
Mm-hmm.
The immune system of that person's age is really the factor. I have a friend who's 90 years old, and his wife was exposed a couple of weeks ago to the coronavirus. They both tested negative.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. What else? What other causes of health would you like to share that in this short clip that can be beneficial right now?
I think that isolation is also an immune depleter. So if we're by ourselves, there might be a tendency, especially if you live by yourself, to isolate yourself socially, but emotionally as well. Mm-hmm. And I think what I suggest is that people need to connect with friends on Zoom or whatever, talk to each other every day, create a ritual of connecting with each other. And the beauty of this is that all the things that you learn here, you can continue to use after you're done with the panic of the coronavirus, which are all immune enhancers.
Right.
And I'll talk about a specific technique of how to increase the IgAs, which are the antibodies that fight the corona and other kinds of upper respiratory viruses.
Yeah, it's I'm watching so many people come together in Zoom. You know, I got a message from a woman whose daughter was having the first grandchild, and she it was not what she expected. And she said, "What do I do?" And I said, "You know, how wonderful to send your auditory message and your visual presence to that baby when the baby is born, so that this grandmother wisdom can be translated even auditorily when she can't be there to hold that person." I'm watching Zoom happy hours, not with alcohol, but you know, gathering times. We're actually going to meet with some friends tonight for dinner on Zoom, and we're excited because it's the first time, right? And we're not stopping our socialization, but we certainly are isolating.
Of course, you go into the I self, and then the I self can guide you through it.
Yes. Oh, Dr. Martinez, thank you so much. So I'm gonna show you. This is Dr. Martinez's website, biocognitive.com. Please visit that. There's so much information there. You're just a wealth of knowledge. Best-selling book, Mind, Body, Self. Also Mind Body Code. You know, Dr. Martinez's work informs all of Apeiron strategies and has for many years. And we are so grateful that you connected the body and the mind into that complex system, because so many have not been looking through that lens. So also join us on the 45-minute deep dive, where we're going to talk about transgenerational epigenetics, longevity, and the causes of health. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Martinez. See you soon.